I'm Suki Hawley.
And I'm Michael Galinsky, and we're here at the New Zealand Film Festival with a film called Working in Protest.
As a filmmaker at protests, what has been the most challenging situation you've ever been in?
As someone who's shooting at protests a lot, there's often times where things feel a little bit unsafe, but this was particularly the case at the 2004 Republican National Convention in New York, because it was a time of really massive upsurge in police muscle and power, and they were doing a lot of mass arrests. And because I had on headphones and a radio mic on one person and my mic pointed in one direction, and it really was discombobulating, and I still, when I watch that footage, it stresses me out.
We've seen the militarization of police departments across the United States, and I think it began very much so in the 2004 time.
That's something that we were trying to capture by putting together a film that's made out of protest footage from over 30 years, is just kind of see how those things ebb and flow.
What changes have you seen in protests since the Trump administration began?
I think the protests since Trump became president have definitely been more just bigger. There's more plentiful. There are more people who are attending the protests, and with social media, that definitely aided that.
Yeah, they're a bit more organized than they were, even in the run-up to the election. Now there's kind of a more direct focus and a sense, a direct point of view against what's going on.
How do you stay impartial when filming protests you don't agree with?
I think it's really important to document what is happening, and for that reason I try to approach it with a really empathetic way, not so much as a journalist trying to create an even-handed approach, but really just trying to give people an opportunity to represent what it is they want to represent. Even if I don't agree with it, I feel like it's important, almost as a historical narrative, to have people be able to say what they want to say. Especially sometimes the more empathetic you are, the more honest they are, and the more insane they sound in the long run. And that's not my goal, is to make them sound insane, but it allows them to be real present and real with what they say.
With the rise of social media, how have you seen it affect protest crowds?
Definitely the crowds have been bigger, and it's been much better organized with social media. I would also say that it's really important, I feel like, with the rise of Trump in the States, with people, outright lying, or at least trying to paint a picture, Trump trying to paint a picture that people are not upset with him and that everybody loves him. People definitely have come out in bigger numbers, I think, to just put the lie to that assertion that he's put forward.
Are there causes that you personally care about? How do you show your solidarity?
There are a lot of things I think that we care deeply about. And the way for us to show solidarity is to simply document them in a kind of an honest and direct way, because that creates the historical narrative. And if we create things that are kind of too much a part of a movement or advocating for it, it makes it somewhat less relevant, and it certainly makes it more relevant in the long run to have it be observational. All right, well, thank you. Hopefully you'll come out and see the films with us. We'll be there to do question and answer.
Thank you.